Well, it's five after. I guess we better get this thing started. How's everybody's Thursday going? Just that exciting, huh? All right. I did not put much on the agenda here. So this might be a quiet meeting if everybody's staying on mute. It might be a quick meeting because there's not much on the agenda. But let me get the share going. All right. Pull the chat up because nobody's going to talk today. And here we go. Yeah, I only put two things on the agenda, but one of them I figured I got to be able to nerd snipe someone here. Does anybody have a good RFC or other similar spec or something that talks about the query parameters you would throw in a URI, specifically like the key equals value syntax for those query parameters? The reason I asked that one is because, let's see, Tinon thinks it's this one. I love that it says it was updates, doesn't say obsoletes. Do we have query parameters in here?
The sidebar says obsoletes and updated
And
by. That's great. URI
yeah,
design and ownership. That's
so
not.
let's see, in the query, it says it's after the question mark. Yeah, I think I was looking at this one, everything after the question mark, but before the pound sign. But then it doesn't say anything about the key equals value syntax and how we're encoding multiple values in it,
Yeah.
which that was a challenge I was looking for. Because I'll jump ahead to the reason I'm sure you're Googling better than I am. But the reason I was looking for
Not
that was,
sure of that.
yeah, we might get bounced out of the RFCs to try to find that. It might go into like some other Netscape Microsoft specs of how they've implemented on the browser side. Um, yeah, but in our thing, the value equals digest. Hey, Jory, I'm gonna have something for you in a bit here. Woot. But the digest equals syntax there. The reason I was asking about the URI encoding is that we do say that the blob push location may contain critical query parameters. And so we need to tell them that you need to not just do a question mark digest equals the digest value, but actually add to the query parameters. But I don't know a good way of saying that without a spec to point to that says, here's how you encode query parameters. So with that, I've successfully nerd sniped Tianon for the whole rest of the meeting here. So we will let him go off and work on that challenge because I'm sure he is going to be determined to find a solution as determined as I was. Try to figure that one out. Let's see. The other one that just making folks aware of Digest Set, they're working on a refactor of that one. I was more curious of who on earth was using this, and so I was starting to follow some links down, but figured I would just give heads up since Go Digest is used by so many people. Oh man, you got all the good chats here. You're distracting me.
I didn't even realize until this random PR that Go Digest had a digest set implementation.
Yeah,
I've
I
read the
didn't either.
documentation for this module countless times, and I've never seen this functionality of it.
And when I looked at the imported by, it's like, yeah, a whole bunch of people are using this, including like Moby Image and some other stuff out there. And I think distribution had something. So I'm like,
No way.
okay, apparently this is a widely used tool out there by someone. I think all
That's
these are
wild.
just
What do
copies
they
of
use it for?
copies of something. I need to go do some digging because I was very curious myself. Doing some kind of search on a partial match. I never thought of even trying to do that, but they've got that code out there. So in case anyone is affected by that, just making people aware that is sitting out there. We did merge in ROM's conformance out there, so SOT is up there on the conformance page now, I believe. Let's see. We have a new conformance test from ZOT out here. We do with, 46 of 52 passing and just a couple of no test or whatever in there because we're only on the 1.1 and there's some things out beyond that. So yay, we got two things up on that conformance test. Alrighty. And then the other thing we need some help with is TNOD's a maintainer. So we need Jory.
Yay.
We need your help to add TNON and remove VBATs from the maintainer list.
Remove VBATs. Sad. Add TNN. Yay.
Yeah, that's over in the teams for the
You
group.
betcha.
We maintain those all by the team. So I dropped an email over on the operations email, but I think it got buried in chaos.
That
So
is highly probable. I will do that right meow.
I appreciate it. All right, congratulations, Tianon. Glad to have another maintainer over there. And then yeah, so I think with that, we nerd snipe Tianon for another like 49 minutes here until his next meeting, I'm sure. I got nothing left for this. Anybody else have stuff you'd like to chat about today?
I might have something for us in the next week or two. Um, Waiting on some guidance from our colleagues at the Open SSF around some of the requirements for open source stewards as a result of the incoming EU CRA implementation deadline of September 11th, which is auspicious. So but I'll have material for us probably in a couple weeks about what we might need to do in certain cases.
You are reminding me of something that came from my list here. Where did I have that? Maybe over here? Got an email from someone last week. Margot, there it is. Um,
Oh yeah.
Sean McIlroy pinged me on Margot.
Yes, the Margot project would love to visit with you again. You might remember, Brandon, I think I booked some time with you and Armand from the project like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're coming back and asking to do some more communication between them and the OCI group.
Yep.
So I let them know this exists if they ever wanted to jump in on this meeting, but otherwise I gave them a bunch of availability. I didn't hear back from them. My last week was, or my this week was a little bit crazy. So hopefully I'll hear back from them saying, hey, now do you have some time? So I'll give an
Mm,
updated schedule whenever they're ready.
great.
But yeah, whatever you need from us, just give us a shout.
Okay.
All right, folks are being quiet. Anything else we can do for you, Jory?
No, I don't think so. Let me get my, sorry, off into GitHub here. Okay, so TNN should be all set. And yeah. Sorry I missed you guys last week. I was at a at an event.
We're sorry we miss you too.
Aw.
It's always sad to miss Jory. It's just not the same.
No conversation about lunch
No, or how big the world is.
or how big the world is. I while I was out last week, I was in Denver and I had to join a call with someone who was like superior to me, like geopolitically from India, which meant I should meet at a time conducive for them, which was like 4:30 p.m. their time, which meant it was 5 a.m. my time. And that was not the most fun I've ever had.
Now, was that 5 a.m. Denver time or 5 a.m. East Coast time?
5 a.m. Denver time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could have been
But
worse.
it could have been worse, I suppose. Yeah. It could always be worse. I used to have to get up at like 2 a.m. for meetings in Switzerland. That was a bummer.
Yeah. I had a client that had round the world coverage for stuff. And so they had a group in the UK, a group in the East Coast, and a group in Australia. And they would try to have meetings with an entire team all together at the same time. Um, Video chat kind of stuff. Back when that was a novel thing, the people in Australia always got screwed.
Yeah, and I feel like so I always feel bad because like APAC time zones always have it worse. So I do try and like take one for the team sometimes.
Yep. Yep. Alrighty. Well, with that, Tina, you got another 44 minutes to find out how we do that encoding over there. I'll hope to see something awesome from you in the chat, and we'll let everybody else go.
There
Have
are
a great
so
rest of your
many
day, T.
documents about this, but none of them talk about the query string
Isn't
format.
it the worst? It's
It is the
terrible. I was
worst.
looking for it myself. It drove me nuts. It's like this has got to be like a well-defined spec somewhere, and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I even went to like some web frameworks that I know are particularly even more pedantic than we are about finding RFC references, and theirs point to the same ones that I've already read that don't answer the question.
I was looking at the Go documentation, figure the Go developers often say this is how we picked our implementation. No, nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Maybe we can just bugger out of it and just say, just encode this the way the Go developers picked it. And well.
Yeah, because our
Sorry to ruin the rest of your afternoon.
respect consumers love it when we hunt to go for things.
Don't they? There's like half the consumers love it and half the consumers are just like, son of. Alrighty, folks. Have a great rest of your week. We'll be back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Cheers all.
All right, bye.